Subway Surfers is the most downloaded mobile game of all time with over 1 billion downloads. So obviously the quickest way to get rich is to clone it, add a twist to it, and profit. Easy peasy. You can find links to the game in the description, but if you watch to the end of this video, I'll give you a cookie. Now, seeing as though we're stealing ideas, we might as well steal a bunch of assets from the game I should actually be working on. They come in waves, which is totally not also a stolen game idea. Let's grab a character from the Cynthia Apocalypse pack. You will do, sir. Now, we'll need some zombie running animations, and for this, I'll hop over to Omni Animation, which is a kick-ass piece of animation software that lets you generate different animations with the power of AI. Don't worry though, they train all their models with their own mocap recorded animation data. Looking at you, Midjourney. Now that I've generated a buttload of zombie animations, I'll set up a quick character controller with the ultimate character controller to move this guy around. I made it so that he always plays the walking forward animation, and if you move the joystick forward, he'll play a running animation. I added a limitation to how much the camera can move, so you're basically always moving forward. I did also make it so that you can turn all the way around. I know this isn't really how Subway Surfer works, but I think it makes more sense for the enemies I wanted to add, but more on those guys a bit later. Now that I had a character that could move around, I wanted to improve the environment to better fit the theme. Level design is hard. It takes loads of time and so much thought work, but it's so rewarding when you create a great looking level out of nothing. Because this game is going to be an endless runner, I made this system where the world is split into two chunks that keep moving to the end of the piece you're currently running on. And that's pretty much all there is to making a game go on forever. Now that our never-ending world is in place, I needed an obstacle to counter the main mechanic of the game. I decided on these explosive barrel things. If you get close to them, they explode. When a chunk spawns in or moves, it spawns a bunch of these explosive barrels at randomly determined spawn points all over the current chunk. There is a 94% chance that you are not subscribed to my channel, so please help. So what is this main mechanic that requires these explosive barrels? Creating a horde. But to create a horde, I first need innocent civilians that are running for their lives. So I grabbed the non-zombie characters from the Cynthia Apocalypse pack and wrote a little script that enables a random model when a civilian is spawned in. Then back to Omni Animation I went, where I generated some different animations for people running away and idling in a scared-like manner. I created a character controller and slapped on a behavior tree for some simple AI that tells the civilian to stand around looking scared until a zombie is close enough to them before they start running away. I added this ability to the player, which starts an attack animation on the zombies as soon as they're close enough to a civilian. Finally, I added a devour ability, so when the zombie makes contact with the civilian explodes and a zombie is spawned at a random set of spawn points around the player. Much like myself, your zombie horde is not the brightest. Each zombie in your horde just runs straight. They will try to devour humans if they come into contact with them, but they'll run straight into explosive barrels, killing themselves, and if you're too close to them, you'll go to zombie heaven with them. After testing this out for a bit, it still felt a bit too easy. So I added these missile drops that spawn in front of the player every couple of seconds. They have a wide range and you need to stay out of the zone to avoid death by nuke. Things were feeling good at this point, but there were 3 more things I felt I needed to add. Firstly, an enemy. So I brought in a male and female soldier model from the Cynthia Apocalypse pack, set them up with the character controller, and downloaded a few assault rifle animations from Omni Animation. Then I equipped each of them with an assault rifle that shoots these slow-moving bullet projectiles at you. I added some variations so that some of the soldiers shoot bullets rapidly and others less so. The second thing I added was a constantly depleting health bar. This mechanic solves a few problems, like what if the player finds a gap that makes it impossible to shoot them? There are probably more technically correct ways to solve such a problem, but I am lazy as balls, so it will do. And the last thing I wanted to add was a boost. So after you devour 10 humans, you get a brain boost, which makes you impervious to damage and lets you sprint along like a zombie psycho. With all of that done, I quickly slapped on some UI and spammed the game with ads everywhere in a desperate attempt to try and make back my $100 that I spent on my Apple developer's license. Give the game a shot and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.